child. Before you ever spoke my name, before you ever whispered a single prayer, before you ever shed your first tear, I already knew the battles you would fight. I already knew the nights that would break you, the days that would exhaust you, and the moments where you would question whether your life still had meaning. And yet, I still chose you. I still created you. I still placed a purpose inside you that darkness could not erase. There is a night in your life, a night you remember more than you wish you did, a night that felt heavier than your own body, a night that felt colder than your own breath, a night that made you wonder if the world would even notice if you disappeared. You hid your pain behind silence. You buried your screams inside your chest. You let the world believe you were strong even as your soul fell apart inside you, and you thought you were alone. But you were not. You didn't see me, but I was closer than your heartbeat. You didn't hear me, but I was speaking inside the parts of you that were too tired to listen. You thought I was silent because I didn't care. But my silence was the shield that protected you from the darkness that wanted to destroy you. That night, your heart was breaking. Your thoughts were spiraling. Your strength was fading. You felt like you were drowning in your own existence, and still, something kept you breathing. Something kept your hands from letting go. Something kept your soul from falling into the final darkness. That something, my child, was me. I held you that night. I fought for you that night. I covered you when your own mind became your enemy. I sat beside you when you felt abandoned by everyone you loved. You said, "No one cares." But I cared. You said, "No one sees my pain." But I saw every tear. You said, "I am alone." But heaven surrounded you. You said, "I don't want to stay." But I whispered, "Stay, because I'm not done with you yet." You survived that night not because you were strong, but because I refused to let you go. You didn't wake up the next morning by coincidence. You woke up because your story isn't finished. You woke up because you're meant to carry light into places that forgot what light feels like. You woke up because souls you haven't even met yet will find healing through the scars you are still learning to accept. You don't see it now, but you are carrying the kind of strength that angels applaud. You think you are ordinary, but heaven knows better. You are the one who rises even when you fall. You are the one who continues even when you break. You are the one who loves even after being hurt. You are the one who stays kind even when the world is cruel. Do you know how rare that is? My child, you have survived days that were meant to destroy you. You have carried pain that would have crushed others. You have walked through storms you never deserved, and yet your heart still knows how to hope. Even on the nights when you whispered, "God, I have nothing left," you had something left. Me. And I was enough to pull you through. But I want you to understand something deeper. That night wasn't the end of your story. That night was the moment your spirit was reborn. It was the night you realized that even when everyone leaves, I stay. Even when your strength runs out, mine does not. Even when your heart is shattered, I hold every piece. Even when you give up on yourself, I do not. Your survival is not ordinary. It is divine. It is deliberate. It is purposeful. It is sacred. Because there is something inside you that lives beyond pain, beyond fear, beyond heartbreak. A spark that darkness cannot extinguish. A destiny that cannot be stolen. A purpose that cannot be erased. You think you have nothing to offer, but you have already offered the world something priceless on your endurance. You think you are broken, but broken hearts let the most light in. You think you failed. But failure never had the final word. I did. And my word over your life is this: you will rise again. Not as the same person you once were, but as the person I always intended you to become. The person who learned strength from suffering. The person who learned compassion from heartbreak. The person who learned wisdom from wounds. The person who learned purpose from pain. You may not see it yet, but you are becoming the kind of soul that transforms every room simply by being in it. You are becoming the kind of voice that comforts others because you know what it feels like to struggle alone. You are becoming the kind of heart that loves deeper because you know the weight of being unloved. You are becoming the kind of spirit that cannot be defeated because it has already survived the worst night of its life.